Good morning again and welcome to my garden. It's a hot mess, but I'm making progress. As you can see, there's a whole bunch of weeds right here in this bed, and this is basically my asparagus bed. It's done producing for the year, and so these growth here with the seeds and so on it, I allow it to dry back in the fall, and then I remove them. I allow it to dry back all the way because this growth above ground feeds the crown of the asparagus. So it still gets energy and it maintains that healthy crown that's underground. I also have some dragon tongue beans here growing in this bed, and I'm out here cleaning up, doing a lot of weeding this morning because the heat wave is finally gone. I'm already sweating profusely. The sun is getting ready to come up over the trees, so I'm out here trying to see how much I can do because there's a lot of weeding to be done, and I didn't want to remove the weeds as yet because we were in the middle of heat wave. We had 4 days of 90 plus degrees. We did get a shower of rain last night, which was good. So the ground is nice and moist. So I decided, okay, I'll come out here this morning and get started. I'm on my asparagus bed now. And the good thing about companion planting in this bed is that the beans growing here would maintain the nitrogen in the soil. Then I have the asparagus, which is a heavy nitrogen feeder. Let's get over here. I have some pollinator attractant. I have herbs in here. And everything is doing pretty well. I have a couple of brassicas in here also, but the bugs have been giving them a hard time so far this year. But this is what's going on in this bed. I have a lot of weeding to do in this one. I have some black-eyed peas coming up in this bed, but you can't make it out because there's so much weeds in here. But so far I was able to weed this bed here, which I had my garlic growing in and I harvested that. But I have a watermelon growing in it. I have some Egyptian walking onion, and I also have a cucumber growing right there. But so far I have room that I can replant a short crop in here. I also mulched up and kind of pruned off my tomatoes and these brassicas I have growing here. I think I just put an okra in here this morning and another one right there. This is another watermelon. And I also weeded my onions, and as you can see I have marigold growing in here, and this is all from seed. I have potatoes growing in here. I think these are the red potatoes. Let's just take a peek. Yeah, these are the red potatoes, and I know I can do a harvest already, but I'm just not ready. I'm not quite ready to do a harvest because when you harvest, you have to be ready to put in the time to get these organized and put away properly. So that's what's going on in the garden this morning. The garden is coming along. I have some more garlic here to harvest. I have some radishes here. My tomatoes are coming in. And these are all the tomatoes I planted this year. Basically are for canning with less water content, which is good for making paste and sauce, like the San Marzano and the Roma tomatoes. I did plant a couple of tomatoes that have a higher water content, but that's just for us to eat fresh. But the garden, okay, I must say. I have some more brassicas in here, and the bugs are giving it a really, really hard time. I did spray some of that vinegar water mixture solution this morning, and I couldn't spray it for the past few days because, like I said, we were in a heat wave, and that mixture would actually burn the plant because the sun is so hot on it. So I didn't I just didn't spray them, but I gave them a little spray this morning. I'm probably gonna get, hopefully I'll get at least 3 maybe from these 5 here. I sprayed those back here with that solution also, and it's hanging here in my peach tree. I always have it in the garden, so I make my mixture and I keep it handy, so once I walk out here, if I need it, I can use it. But this is what's going on here, guys. I'm excited and happy about my garden. Looking pretty good. I pulled these. I have to harvest some of these seeds. It's just too much. But this right here is Brussels sprouts that went to seed that I grew last year. And I just pulled them out of this bed here. So I have an entire bed to put some food in. So far I have 1 bed, 2 beds that are pretty much empty. So I'm going to think about what short crop I can actually put in there and get a harvest before the weather gets cooler in the fall. And my pumpkins, these are my winter pumpkins, they're doing pretty good. These birds just love being on this trellis, so there's bird poop all over. Once these start running, I'm going to train them to run up the trellis. Oh, this one's actually running. There it is. Oh yeah. It's time for you to go this way, buddy. Yeah. All right. And we see a little flower bud coming out already. So, oh yeah, this one's also starting to run. All right. We are in business. So that's all it is. I also have this bed I need to clean up because this radish here went to seed. I'm going to save some of the seeds. Actually, this is, I think this is turnip. Oh, Lord. These are beets over here, different varieties of beets. And these are turnips. I have the white icicle and I have the purple top turnips. I've been harvesting as needed, but I'm going to make a big harvest eventually, and I'm going to be pickling these to store some up. So we're going to eat some of it fresh, and we are going to pickle some so we can save it up to enjoy over the winter months. So I have lots of leafy greens I can use. I have lots of herbs, as you can see. This is in a mint family. I have different varieties of agastache. And this is the Dad's Sunset tomato that I'm growing again this year. And I enjoy that. It's a big yellow tomato. And this is pretty much it, guys. Lots of herbs, lots of greens. This is my Swiss chard. More varieties of pumpkins. Here. My coriander went to seed. I have some runner beans, more tomatoes, a little corn, and everything is looking great. I've been harvesting lots of these sweet peas right here. I have more cucumbers growing. This bed, I have to finish cleaning it up. I'm almost done though. I'm really almost done with this. But lots of work in the garden, but guess what? Somebody's got to do it. If you want to grow food, you got to stick with the garden. It's work that's well worth it. I got to clean all this up. And my blueberries are starting to come in. There's different varieties, and you can see this variety is further along than this variety right here. And then I have a couple of high bush varieties that they are loaded with blueberries everywhere. I have another blueberry patch way up there, way at the end of the garden. Let's go check it out. Yep, here they are. So I have probably like 7 more trees down this side, and they are all bearing blueberries. So I have probably about 14 or 15 blueberry bushes of different varieties. These ones here, guys, they grow so fat and sweet. It's a really good variety. Look at all that blueberries. So I got my work cut out here for me this morning, and the cleanup is going well. Hubby's gonna help me some more when he comes from work. We did all this cleaning up yesterday, so I gotta drop this on the compost so it can be composted, or maybe we'll just leave it over this side of the garden because we do have a lot. There's all this here, all that over here, and those are all weeds and leaves that dropped from these trees here last year. And so we have a lot, quite a bit to compost. And as you can see, we got a nice high pile of leaves and just weeds and bushes that eventually is going to break down, and we can feed that right back to the garden, mix it in with the soil, and keep the soil healthy. So that's really what's going on in this mess of a garden. I have to replace these wood. This is what I have left from my entire garden. I've done more than half of reconstructing the wood and replacing it with natural wood from the trees, because these are not the best choice. And so we are going to remove them all and use natural wood from trees that have fallen that we can repurpose and add it to the borders of these garden beds. And as you can see, I have not done anything this year with these beds. There's nothing growing in them from this year. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right there. So we did not use these at all this year, and that's because they have that treated wood. This is lettuce that came up from seeds that was spread. Look at that, guys. There's lettuce all over. So I'm just gonna pull these up when the time comes and compost them, because that's gonna add good material to the soil. But this is all for now. I'm getting back to work here, and hopefully I'm done cleaning this bed for today. I did 1, 2, 3, 4 already. This is going to be the 5th bed for the morning, but the sun's coming up and I am sweating, which I need to sweat all the toxins out of my body. And we're going to do this day by day and enjoy it while we're doing it. I hope you enjoyed this video and you're actually out in the garden, enjoying the views, enjoying the sounds of the birds, watching the butterflies and the bugs, and just enjoying what's left of nature. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you again next time right here on Fifi's Urban Homestead and Lifestyle.